Wow, nice sunrise. It is now Saturday morning. I was able to sleep pretty well in this wigwam number 2 here. And the only thing that was kind of disturbing was the occasional freight train that drove past, but I was able to mostly drown that out with the air conditioning unit, and the bed did shake just a teeny bit. It was a bit of a cold shower this morning, so maybe I didn't give it enough time, or maybe the plumbing is old, or a combination of the two, but it was nice and refreshing. So today I'm going to go scope out a quick bite to eat. There is a coffee shop up the road that's called Thanks a Latte. Unfortunately, that's closed, but I'm just going to probably hit Mickey D's for a bit. And then today we're going to head to the Petrified Forest National Park, as well as Painted Desert. So these are two areas right alongside Interstate 40 that I've wanted to visit for a long time, and we'll see what they look like. Did a little bit of route scouting, picked up a map. There's about a 45-minute drive from north to south entrance, and we're gonna do it all. Just paid our $25 admission, and time to explore a little bit. First attraction today is called Tiffany Point. Beautiful, colorful sand formations out in the distance here. And looking at the map, we are up here. So we're gonna kind of loop around, cross underneath Interstate 40, oops, and then we'll proceed southbound. I'm gonna try and find a little hike to do somewhere around here. A couple miles, it's nice weather, and there's virtually nobody out here today. It's pretty nice. This is the Painted Desert Inn. Apparently it hasn't housed any visitors for overnight stays since about 1940, but today it houses a ice cream shop and some visitor information.
Hello, welcome in.
Good morning, how are you? Good. Had to get this little souvenir copper postcard because it matches the copper historic license plates for Arizona. Here they have a little marker where old Route 66 used to cross through the park. You can see in the distance there cars cruising along Interstate 40, which bypassed the old road, but here's the original alignment, I guess, of the Highway 66. It's interesting that power/telephone lines don't have anything on them. They're just for decoration at this point, but back in the day, those would have run parallel to the original road. Some old ruins there to the left. I'm not going to stop and do that hike because there are about 10 more stops I got to prioritize. That one was called Newspaper Rock. You can probably figure out why. It's ancient petroglyphs that have been drawn by the ancient inhabitants of this area. This right here is called Blue Mesa. It's a little side road off the main park passageway that is about 4 miles. I'm pretty much the only person who decided to take it today. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm taking this little pathway that goes kind of on the mountain ridge here, but you can see why it gets the name Blue Mesa, because of the shade in the hills. It's almost like being on another planet down here. Doesn't it kind of give off intergalactic Mars vibes or something like that? Probably one of the cooler hikes I've ever taken in my life, and this place has been within a few hours of me for the last 20 years. I've lived in Arizona. I can't believe it took me this long to get out here, and I definitely won't be able to see all of it in the short time I have today, but looking forward to coming back and exploring the entire park. The rock innards. This is kind of an interesting one. So apparently 217 million years ago, this tree fell in a subtropical forest and was covered by volcanic ash, which prevented its decay, and it crystallized it into quartz. Millions of years later, it's been eroded away. But look at the concrete span underneath it. That was built in 1917 to prevent eventual collapse of the tree. Interesting.
Yeah. So this is like little Disney. It's gonna be to the right of the register over here?
Just about to head back in the car and get home, but the last stop here is the museum at the south end, and you can see finally we're seeing some of these petrified logs that are so famous. Millions of years old, I think, and they've been preserved here. It was about a 26-mile total drive from north to south to get down here, and my remaining trip home is about 3 hours, so puts me home by mid-afternoon and got the rest of the weekend to probably wash the car and relax. So check this Ford out with a trunk loaded with petrified logs. Okay, that's a first. I did notice that they had a sign saying there was going to be a vehicle inspection at the south end of the park. There wasn't one, but I imagine they don't want people hauling stuff home, especially souvenirs of that size. Feels like I'm back at Desert Valley Auto Parts, roaming through relics of the past. This one still has some paperwork in here. Amazing. Put that in the glove box where it belongs. It's crazy how that can all exist in a 30-mile stretch of road, and then you get out just outside the park and it's flat wasteland as far as the eye can see. back safe and sound. Ending trip mileage was about 500 round trip, and I'm pleased to report the car was mechanically flawless. I did pick up a little bit of rain residue here, but all things considered, for a car that's 36 years old and with 187,000 miles, pretty happy with it. So thanks for coming along for the ride.